Hello, everybody, and I am back home with a new chair. Look at this, very nice, and a new hat. This is a new hat, very nice too. But you guys don't care about that. You guys care about us continuing the Francis Ford Coppola's Marathon. And today we are going to review his 1984 gangster film, The Cotton Club. Now, very simply, the Cotton Club is about the Cotton Club, a club where black people perform for white people, but black people themselves cannot come in. Very hypocritical. Now, in ways, this film actually has two plots. One plot is about Dixie, a character played by Richard Gere, who is trying to be an actor, and trying to fall in love with Diane Lane's character. And the other story is about Sandy, Sandman, who is played by Gregory Hines, a black man who is a performer at the Cotton Club and tries to be in a relationship with a mixed race woman. Now, personally, between the two stories, the story with Gregory Hines is, for me, the better one. I was much more interested in his story of finding love and the story of between the brothers and just his entire story of just being in this club. I just find his character and also performance from Gregory Hines himself to be much better than Richard Gere's. I have not seen much of Gregory Hines in other films, but he is just so likable and so just excellent in this here. While Richard Gere, I mean, I'm not the biggest Richard Gere fan. I don't seek films because of him, and this film kind of shows why. He is just kind of alright here, and Diane Lane is alright as well. I thought that Gregory Hines gave a much better performance than the two of them. And also Bob Hoskins and Fred Gwynne played these mobsters who are like these partners, and they are excellent in the film. Bob Hoskins is one of my favorite actors of all time, and seeing him in anything is always a delight. And he and Fred Gwynne are just fantastic in this. Also, Nicolas Cage is in the film as well, and I honestly did not notice him for the first few minutes. I thought it was another actor, but when I noticed him, it was like, oh damn, it's him. And Nicolas Cage gives a fantastic performance in this. Probably my favorite performance from a Coppola film so far. He is fantastic here. Crazy, manic, and he just fits the role perfectly here. There is a lot of things to like. I also like Lawrence Fishburne's character here. Tom Waits. It's always a delight to see him in anything. It's again, the main problem is the story of Richard Gere's character. I wasn't very interested in it, and both Gere and Lane don't give their best performances in the film. I almost would say the film should have solely been about Gregory Hines and his love, trying to be this successful dancer and trying to make his relationship with the mixed race woman a reality, but gangster stuff with Bob Hoskins and also Fred Gwynne is in the Richard Gere story, and those are also some of the best parts of the film. Like, there's one scene with them with a watch between Hoskins and Gwynne, which is one of my favorite scenes, and also one scene at the end, which you think will go in one way, but instead it goes the other, which is very nice, actually. Anyways, talking about my favorite scenes are with the dancing. The dancing here and the music are excellent, which kind of have to be about a film about dancing. But the dancing scenes are fantastically directed and choreographed. I absolutely love seeing them. They are fantastic. And also the music is so jazzy. I absolutely love the jazz music in this. It is easily one of the best things about the film. And another performance that is very good is from James Rimmer. He is a fantastic gangster here. He just so dislikable, and just the guy's look and voice just fits a gangster perfectly. He is fantastic here. Also, again, Diane Lane and Richard Gere. I like Diane Lane, but both her and Gere are the weak points in the film. They're just not very interesting. Not very interesting. Not only that, but I would say that overall, for the Coppola now, the for the Coppola films from the 80s, this is my least favorite. I mean, I still like this film, just not as much as I did One from the Heart, the others, and Rumblefish. I found those films to be much more visually interesting with the characters, story, and settings, and overall, I just found much more enjoyment in those films than in this one. But I still like the Cotton Club. It's still a fun film. It still has a lot of great acting. Just sadly, the acting from Gere and Lane aren't very just good, to be completely honest. I definitely recommend this film more for the Gregory Hines storyline in this, and also to see actors like Bob Hoskins and Fred Gwynn act great, and also Nicolas Cage going crazy is fantastic as well. I do love the whole look. The film just feels very 90s, 20s, and 30s. They have made that decade perfectly. I think they captured that decade, that period of time perfectly, I would say. Everybody is acting like they're in those times, especially Bob Hoskins. He just nails it. This 30s gangster like guy, he is perfect. It just, again, Diane Lane especially, doesn't even try to like do the voice, or try to act like she's in the 30s, which kind of bothered me, honestly. But designs are fantastic. I also love the music. The cinematography is very good. The acting from most of the cast is great. Overall, The Cotton Club is a decent watch. I enjoyed it. Just so far from Coppola's films from the 80s, it's my least favorite. And that's pretty much it. Also, I just want to mention some controversies about the film. Apparently, some producers didn't like the fact there's so much scenes about black people tap dancing, even though the film is about black people tap dancing. It's just odd, but whatever. Overall, I like it. I didn't love it as much as other Coppola's films, but I do still like The Cotton Club. But that's just me. What do you guys thoughts on it? Let me know what you guys think about The Cotton Club in the comments. Like and subscribe, and have all you have a great day. Thank you.